Welcome in, welcome in. Still a little laggy. What is up? JL Garofalo here on Creator CTO. Today, I'm back. We are building. I am still freaking laggy. One of these days, folks. All right, today we are finishing up our feature for smart job alerts on the FYF jobs board. I'm going live. We're building in public. Welcome in chat. We're building out, if you've been following, we've been building out a smart alerts feature on the FYF job board, which I'll pull up here in a second. It's a job board for the sports and gaming industry, sports betting, fantasy sports, sports media, that type of stuff. And so we have this job board and we're building out these alerts. Last week, we built out the second portion of this feature. Before that, we built out the first portion of this feature. The first portion was the weekly newsletter that would send you like 10 curated jobs which I would curate, and then 5 to 8 additional personalized job recommendations based off of your preferences, the user's preferences. In this case, their job preferences. We would match certain jobs to them, send you new jobs every week so that you don't have to keep checking the job board every day, because that in and of itself is a lot of work. It's something you have to remember. And unfortunately, just people aren't going to remember unless you build in ways into your product to help remind them. Let's see. All right, chat. What up? What up? Welcome in. Let me pull up this board here. I don't know why it just lags on this stream. That's the part that like blows me here, is that this doesn't lag on my earlier stream. We're fine, and then all of a sudden I get on this stream and it freaking lags. I don't know why it does that. Somebody who's smarter than me, help me out. All right, so this was the second portion of the feature that I mentioned. Remember, the first portion was the weekly newsletter. We got that out a couple weeks ago. And then last week, when we picked up this feature again on this live stream, we built out the instant alerts. And so what does that mean? It just means that for you, or for any individual user, we're going to send them a personalized email whenever some job comes through, is approved by me, and matches their criteria. It's another layer of value we're trying to add in, give them the edge on applying to the job. If we can quickly get the job opportunity to them, then the job seeker is going to be able to apply earlier and maybe increase their chances of getting it. It's like their dream job. And so off stream, I finished this feature. We built out a portion of it, and then we let Claude do his thing. We didn't sit around for that. And so I wanted to show you what this looked like, because this is now live in production. You can sign up for the FYF Jobs newsletter. You can go in and set your preferences, and then you can set whether you want personalized alerts based off of the preferences that you set. And so this is my account, sort of, and this is the email I got in production. New jobs match for you, and it staff software engineer. Looks pretty nice. It even tells us strong match, business area matches, location matches, 7 of 8 required skills, 7 of 8 nice to have skills. That's good to see. I think the next portion of this, not the portion that we're going to do today, but in the short term, an enhancement that we're going to add to this is build out more of this user profile portion of it, so that we can better provide that value to them. With this AI stuff and the personalization stuff specifically, the more info that we have to work on, the more context that we have to work on, the better that we can tailor the value to the user. And so that's what we're going to do in this case. The portion that we're building today, hold on one second. This lag is driving me nuts. Every time I look over, a perfectionist self can't handle it. Let me try to reset this. Hold on 1 second. 1 second, chat. All right, we're back. We're back, baby. Let me see if I can change any of these settings. Get out of my face, bro. Can't. Maybe it's the mirroring. Could be the mirroring. We could try to go down a size. Let's try that. All right, maybe that'll help. All right, Cool. Woohoo! Look how smooth I am. That's way better. Should have been doing that. All right. We're back, chat. Welcome in. Welcome in, chat. You peepers. Oh no, lag again. Ah. All right, we'll figure it out. Okay, back to what I was saying. The portion that we're building today is brand alerts. We're building your saved brands and incorporating that dimension into the logic that sends out these job alerts. So when we go to this orange is a little much. We might have to change this. So when you go here, this is the job preferences form. Let me make this bigger so you can see it. Boom, 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 big, big. Bunch of grandmas in the chat. Gotta make it big for the grandmas in the chat. All right, job preferences. So here's where you go in and you set your job preferences as the job seeker, full-time, part-time contract. I'm looking for all three. If you know anybody, intern, entry, associate. No, thank you. Mid-senior, maybe senior. Oh, we'll keep senior in there. Let's go there. Lead, manager, director, VP. Cool. Sweet, sweet. All of these are the hard filters. And so we don't even want to see any jobs that don't match what I have selected here. And then you come down here and these are the nice to have. These are gonna boost the score in which we the recommendation score that we assign to the job based off of your user and your preferences. And you can see in here, I got a lot of these in here. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Same with industry domain. You know, if there's a specific area you want to focus in, sport, a professional league, I should have been had checked. DFS, I should have been had checked. Stadiums and events. I'm not gonna, I mean, if Ravens got something for me, if the Ravens need some stadium stuff, I got you. Tools, we could come in here and sport radar. That's not a tool. Stat gate. I gotta fix this. We definitely gotta fix this. Communication problems. And salaries, but there's nothing in here about saved brands, right? Like if me as a job seeker, there are definitely brands within the space that I particularly would want to work for, or maybe particularly would not want to work for. And that's what we're trying to do here today. Here's the email preferences that you can set once you have your job preferences set. You got the weekly digest here, and then the job match alerts. And so what we're building today with the brands is going to work into this job match alerts system. We're not going to present like another additional newsletter alert thing to the user. We want to reduce the amount of decisions that they have to make. Really, we want to give them just the right amount of decisions so that they have the agency that they desire or require, but we don't want to go overboard with decisions. We've all felt this when using some product where they're just like, they keep asking you questions and you're like, I just want to freaking use your thing. Like, I just want to do what I came here to do. Please stop putting up these modals in front of me. Please stop asking me all these questions. I don't have answers for you. Leave me alone. Weekly, daily. It's cool. So today we're going to use Claude Code, which is an AI tool. It's an AI agentic tool, meaning that it handles a lot of the process on its own. We really need to describe what we want to it and have it go ahead and think about that and then formulate a plan in which to go execute on that. And we'll have feedback in that process. And then we'll go ahead and say Claude Code. So, and of course, please throw your ideas in the chat, throw your opinions. If there's something you don't like, or you'd be like, actually, it'd be better if it was like that. Please throw it in the chat. I want to hear it. We're building together. It's your chance to influence a real live product in production. Cool. So Claude, all right. What do we want to ask this fool? All right. So let me actually show you before I do that. I'm going to show you the save brands feature here, because this is also going to be relevant to what we're adding here. Browse brands, favorite brands. We already have this feature live in production where you can go to a specific brand's page and like FanDuel, DraftKings, or NFL. You know, I'm a big fan of the NFL, so I can come here, I can heart this, add them as a favorite, as one of my favorite brands. And what we're going to do today is add in a configuration setting that lets the user just include any new jobs that come from those favorite brands to automatically come to us. If it fits our job preferences, then that's great. It's already going to come to us. But this would be for also additional, like if it doesn't fit your job preferences and you just want to see any new jobs from one of these brands, then we're just going to incorporate that into it. Pop, 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 pop. And then if we have time, we're going to go in and add a new filter into the jobs index filter here, which lets you filter down through all the jobs in which you've already seen. And so there's already a feature in here that tracks the jobs that you viewed. We do this for a number of reasons. One is for your benefit, so that we can then go ahead and add some visual feedback to the interface, so that you don't have to, like, it makes it easier to process and scan through the jobs. If I know, okay, I've already looked at marketing intern London, I don't need to click on that. Also, for anybody who's been watching, who's gonna call me out on the London thing, I did approve a handful of jobs from NFL's London. They had a couple of jobs that were based in London, and in the previous streams, I've mentioned how this job board decided to really restrict down to North American jobs within the English-speaking North American area, so that I could focus on quality and delivering this product and value to the people who I know and I've talked to who want it. And as I started thinking about that, I'm like, NFL, London, like, I know I've met a ton of people in this industry who are based in London who want to work in the NFL. And so likely some of those London jobs we should let through. And so I did that with the NFL one. It's a bit of a diatribe, but so yeah, we'll add in this new feature for jobs that you have already viewed. So we'll add this as a filter on here, so that you can actually, like, you don't even have to scan the muted one. You can just filter out any of them that you've already gotten. All right, so let's do the first thing. All right, and what we did, I threw Claude into plan mode. This is Claude Code. If you haven't watched any of these streams yet, or you haven't used AI yet, you might not be familiar. Don't pay attention to that. Nothing to see there. That was ridiculous. I tried to get ChatGPT to enhance the thumbnail for this thing. Now I'm just gonna show it to you, and it did not. It made, that's not me. It's me, but it's not me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's definitely not me. It's definitely me, but it's definitely not me. I don't know how I feel about that. It was wrong in a lot of ways. I just abandoned that. But since I accidentally showed it to you, I might as well just really show it to you. All right, so you can put Claude into a couple different modes based off what you want it to do. We're gonna sit in plan mode right now, because on our feet, like, what we're asking for is not very clear. It's not very direct. It's a bit vague, and so we want Claude to work through that vagary with us. Okay, so let's say, okay, so let's go back to the instant alerts here. Job preferences. All right. For the job match alerts, add in the ability to include saved brands. We'll say include jobs from saved brands. From saved brands in the match alert emails. For the match alerts, add in the ability to include jobs from saved brands in the match alert emails. They're repetitive, that's okay. Jobs that are already matching a user's job preferences will likely already be included. Oh, you know what we should do here is, I know how we fix this issue, where it's like, okay, jobs that already match preferences will already be likely emailed to the user. But for the recommendation emails, we want to include those saved brands as a soft booster, essentially. In the same way that we were doing with these skills, we want to include those brands as soft boosters that will boost their recommendation score, so that we know when a job might be more interesting for you as a user. Okay, so I have the ability to include jobs from saved. Okay, now that we kind of hit that clarification, I'm going to reword this. So for the job alert for the job match alerts, add a new soft booster field that's populated from the user's saved brands. If a role comes from one of the user's saved brands, I should say favorited, because that is the term that we're using. If a role comes from one of the user's saved or favorited brands, then let's boost the recommendation score. So that it appears, so that we know, so that we can, I don't even need to give it a reason. That's fine. All right, let's see what it comes up with. How we doing, chat? Welcome in, welcome in. What are you building today, chat? Show me yours, I show you mine. All right, let's exploring this feature back here. So really what I'm thinking, what I'm expecting here is for it to add in job preferences, a new field here in the nice to haves. One that is filled with all the users' favorited brands. So kind of like this, but with FanDuel, whatever. You know what? I'm going to take a picture of this so that I can give it to Claude, because I bet you it's not going to understand all of that from my puny little prompt there. But it might. And so I'm telling you guys, this is how we're thinking about it. We're going to put in these brands so that the brands, you can come in here, click and toggle which brands will boost that recommendation score. These are the job match alerts that we set up last stream, where you can get, you can choose how frequently you want to get these alerts from that match the brand, that match your preferences and all that. All right, so it's asking us a design decision. How much weight should the favorited brand booster carry in the match score? 10 points, same as the industry domain, which is meaningful but not dominant. New max score is equal to 70. Strong threshold shifts from 45 to 53. These are some threshold values which we established a few streams ago, and then I tweaked a little bit in between streams just to get the right balance of, okay, like, you know, if it doesn't match any of your soft boosters, it's okay. But those definitely add value in. Or we could go 5 points, something a little bit less impactful to that recommendation score. Equivalent to skills, nice. New high score is 65, which is lower than 70. Strong threshold is 49. Keeps favoriting as a gentle tiebreaker. Or 15 points, which is going to make it even more strong than the initial 10 points. So it's recommended we go in the middle somewhere. It's going to be equivalent to business area, country, skills required. New max score 75. So it's going to increase the max score, the upper bound of like threshold of jobs that we're allowing in, because we're changing the scoring equation here. And strong threshold at 57 versus it's currently at 45. And so from 45 to 53, from 45 to 57. A favorite brand plus one other fit, already strong. All right, let's take a step back and think about this from a design perspective. As the job seeker, which is going to be more valuable to you? Is it going to how valuable is the brand signal in the recommendation score? For me, it feels like there's a lot. There's a lot of brands in which, you know, I might be interested in taking a less conventional role because I want to work for the brand, because I'm that hyped about the brand and I care less about the specific thing I have to do. I know some people fall into that category where it's like they're chasing brand versus they're chasing like roles that are available. 10 feels like the safest, right? You're going in the middle. And so we can kind of see where things fall. But part of me is a little bit like, well, maybe we should go towards the stronger signal here and then work it back if it feels too much. Or do we go conservative and then work it towards more aggressive? These are choices that we have to make. Chat, you make the choice. Which one? You ain't gonna make it. You ain't gonna make it. 10, 15. Let's go with 10. We'll see what that does. Favorite brand. Yeah, if I'm even more willing to take a role that doesn't fit as well with my nice to haves if the brand is enticing enough. So that feels right. 15 feels right too. I can't choose. Let's go 10. Fine. Now the chat shows up. Joey says I'm here. Right after I don't need help no more, Joey. Welcome in, Joey. Good to see you, buddy. We're building out smart job alerts, Joey, instant job alerts, and we're factoring in your brand preferences into your job preferences. So if you're matching on jobs, right now we have it where it's based off like the details of the job, right? Remote, on-site, engineering, content, whatever it is that you do. But now, what's this? Okay, we came up with a plan. It's got a plan. Claude's got a plan. Claude's got a plan. Ready to code? No. Are you? Are you, dog? All right. So we're factoring this. We're factoring this favorite brands into a nice to have section on this job preferences page. Claude saying, where'd you go? Here's the plan. Favorited brand booster for job match alerts. All right, scores candidate jobs for each user against their job preferences and emails strong matches. Users also have a favorite brand featured user. Yeah, we know that. But today, whether a user has a favorite brand has no effect on their match score, right? It's just a nice little interface delighter thing that we got. This is going too big. Okay. We want a favorite brand to act as a soft booster if a job's brand is on the user's favorite list to bump the match score. Users who have already signaled strong interest in a brand should see that brand's openings surface more reliably in alerts. True. And as you saw, we're working this also into the job search interface too. So it's not just for the alerts, these user preferences, this recommendation score, because we're calculating this info or gathering this info, we can also work that into the job searching experience to try to improve that piece of it so that it's not as frictionful. Again, the North Star of this product, the only reason this thing exists is to help people, job seekers in this space, who want a job in the fantasy sports media, gaming space, help them as easily discover new opportunities as we can. So it's really about getting them to the role as quickly as we can, as reliably as we can, and helping to surface these roles that they likely don't know exist. So the alerts is a way we could do that. And a lot of this is kind of like, this is a buzzword or buzz term, but like signal versus noise, like Nate Silver's book. That's kind of what we're doing here. If you're familiar with that concept, we're looking for the signal within the noise here. There's basically a collection of jobs. Right now we have close to 500, I think, in production. 493 from 31 brands. And so if you can imagine all 493 of those jobs just floating right in front of me, then you can imagine, all right, well, any individual user coming here, any individual job seeker is only going to actually care about a portion of that, right? A subset of that 493. Are they even going to consider? Are they even going to give another second of their time to figure out? So we want to kind of brush those off the table for them, not make them have to wade through all of that noise to get to the signal. And we want to give them the strongest signal as quickly as possible, or as as soon as possible. Let them go through that to so that they can get to the jobs they need to. There's a whole other step after this, like finding a job opportunity, right? Which is you have to apply to the job. You have to then do the hard part, which is like the pitch yourself to the job, try to go get the job. And we're just really solving the one point of this right now. It's a really tiny portion of it, but we're trying to focus in on that portion of it so that, you know, we don't need to solve the whole thing. We just want to help people with this one specific thing right now. So a little bit of a yapper there. Joey in here says your job boards have landed people gigs. Any improvements is such an asset to the industry, helping so many people. Thank you, Joey. Yeah, it's nice to see whenever people say like, oh man, this got me, you know, this got me a job, or like this led to a job that I got. The job board, of course, doesn't give you a job. You have to go do the hard part, which is get the job. You have to go land it, which is it's the difficult part. The job board is here. I'm here just to help with that portion of it, make it easier somehow. Because I've been there, I am there. Like we've all experienced this. Searching for jobs sucks. It takes a long time. The hit rate is low, and the amount of energy you have to put into it is high. Which, you know, imagine that as a video game. It sounds like a sucky video game, and it is. So let's try to make it a little bit better. Let's make it more fun video game, because, you know, it doesn't have to be boring. Now we got AI to do all the hard work, so that's what we're doing. Now we got Claude to do it all for us, Mr. Cloud. Yeah, Joey, you know that better than anybody. You know, Joey went and put in the hard work, went and pitched himself, went and networked. Like he did all the hard work for that. So we're just trying to be the you know, your cut man basically with this product. So back to the approach Claude is recommending for us, or planning put together to add in the favorite brands to the job preferences so that we can alert you when one of your favorite brands drops a new job. And the approach is add a new favorite brand entry to our soft weights, which is talking about the equation we use to calculate the recommendation score for every user and job. So we'll pass the user's favorite brand IDs through the job score so that we don't. Okay, that's just technical stuff you probably don't care about. Let's see. This is all code. It's just getting into the specifics of it. Tests, you don't care about that. No mailer template change, true. No mailer template change. No UI change to the preferences page. Favoriting already has its own UI. And so this is where we want to alter this plan, and why you got to kind of dig into what Claude is saying, or any of these AI bots are saying on each of the, whenever you're working through or playing with them, is just make sure that it matches what you have in your mind, like what you're imagining here. So I already talked to you guys about how we are going to add, also refine with ultra plan on Claude Code on the web. What do those words mean? Like, no, comma, refine with ultra plan on the spaceship, on Claude's spaceship. Tell Claude what to change. That looks good. Yeah, okay, we can just focus on the change part. Let's add favorite brands. Let's add a favorite brands. Favorite brands panel in the nice to have section of the job preferences form. And so that's this page here. So we want to add like another one of these that's filled with the user's favorite brands. Ooh, and I didn't say that second part. Let's see what it comes up with. We might have to adjust it back to, because I don't want it to just include all the brands in there. I want it to include the favorite brands. Do I? Is that what I want? Let's think about that. I don't know. What do you think, chat? Part of me is like, yeah, basically what I'm trying to decide is like, for whenever they open this toggle here, is it going to have all of the brands in there, even ones that you haven't favorited, or is it only going to have the ones that you favorited? If I'm the user, I I don't know. I might not want to have to go favorite a brand that I want to include in here. So maybe I should have it on here. But there's 31 brands, and I'm hoping to add more brands as we go, and as more companies get created in the space. Uh, so that user interface might get a little noisy if you got like 30 some in here, but maybe that's not so bad. Maybe we could break it up by like domain. So it's like professional leagues, NBA, NFL, MLS, uh, fantasy sports, the fantasy footballers, I don't know, DFS, prize picks, FanDuel. And maybe we have a section where it's like favorite, and then that's has all your favorite ones in there. That could be cool. Let's see what it came up with. Good. Now I know this form structure use details. Don't store favorites in the job preferences JSON B. Favorite brand is the existing source of truth with its own toggle UI on brand pages, tracking jobs, counter associations. The form should sync the same join rows. So that is not correct, Claude. I mean, it's kind of correct, but we're going to adjust it. We're going to adjust it so that it fills all the brands. It might be too much. I'm going to tell it to do it and then tell it to undo it, which is going to just burn money. Well, while we wait for chat, while we wait. Oh no, Claude's ready. Okay, so was all this? It's the new plan. Add a new panel inside the nice to have zone. I like that. I like that. Nice to have zone. Joey in the chat saying, I've never used Claude, only other AIs. What AIs have you used, Joey? This is my intro to Claude as well. Yeah, Claude's cool. I definitely recommend checking it out. It has been consensus, I think, one of the better building AI tools out there, agentic AI products out there. OpenAI has Codex, which is similar. I think Claude Code has gotten a lot more hype, or people like that generally more than Codex at this point, but it seems to be getting just as powerful. And they have a bunch of features they've been building into it. Just yesterday, they dropped some news that they built a Lovable, basically the same what Lovable is doing, which is another AI tool for building apps. They built that into Claude Code, and they'll likely just keep doing stuff like that, just kind of like Kirbying basically features. Jerry's saying ChatGPT is the only one I pay for. And yeah, ChatGPT is pretty good too. I know some people hate on it. I think the biggest thing is getting off the free tier. Their free models are not fantastic, but their paid ones are really good. And it's better than Claude in different ways. It's worse than Claude in other ways, but better than it in various ways, which I won't go to. But anyway, where is this? Okay, so now it's adding this guards against classic checkbox form. If a user favorites a brand X from its brand page in another tab after rendering the settings form, submitting settings shouldn't unfavorite X just because X checkbox wasn't in the submitted set. Add a hidden field inside the favorite brands panel, listing the ideas rendered on the request. Okay, I think that's right. Preview. Okay. I kind of want to see what Ultra Plan is. Is it gonna make my? Is it gonna make my? Is it gonna like come up with an evil plan? Ultra Plan sounds so evil. But okay, there's one thing I was gonna tell it, which was maybe we should not just include a user's favorite brands, but maybe we should include all the brands. You know what? Let's keep it favorite. Let's keep it favorite because I don't because I'm worried about as we add more brands. And this is maybe like a little bit too far looking, far sighted, but I anticipate more companies are going to be started in the next 5 years, 5, 10 years, whatever. Future in the future going forward, more and more companies, more and more products will be out there, more and more brands will be hiring. Uh, I think the volume of brands that are hiring for jobs will increase. So I do think it's going to be harder it's going to start to get unwieldy after a while. But we will let's just go ahead and see what Ultra Plan is. See if it makes our thing evil. Okay, starting Claude Code on web. So does that mean I need to like open Claude? What is Ultra Plan? And why does it need to be on Claude Code on the web? Okay. All right, so I got it pulled up now. This is Claude Code on the web. Same thing, I guess. They do have a user interface around this. Joey's saying never use Claude. You don't have to. What I was using this in is a terminal. It's an app called Hyper, which is just a terminal. If you're using Mac, you have terminal. And it's basically it sounds more complicated than it is. You could think of it just as like this is the hood. This is under the hood of your car. This is under the hood of your computer, basically. Um, and so it's a way that you can control, navigate, interact with your computer that isn't with all this pretty like boxes and painted interfaces and stuff. It's just like the bare bones, the essentials. And so it's passing it to Claude Code on the web. And the only thing I can think of why they're doing it this way is that they have some proprietary model or some like you're sending your info then to them to run this on their servers as opposed to running it locally, which maybe gives them more information about you or about your thing that you're working on, or access. It gives us maybe access to whatever the model that they're running this through, or some other like feature on top of it that they don't want running locally for everybody. But I don't know. That seems kind of weird. I can't imagine they have this Ultra Plan thing on the web for that much longer. I don't see why it wouldn't just be built into Claude Code. Now I have enough. Let me write a refined plan. Let's see. Let's see if this plan is anything better. I'm just kind of following this rabbit hole to see if this is actually worth our time in the future. Whoa. Product hunt looks different today. Top products launching today. All right. While we're waiting for Claude. That's not Claude. Do I have to like tell it? Is it waiting for input from me? No. Yeah, usually it's doing this, like saying some weird stuff. Okay, so here's the new plan. We didn't really have to do this for Ultra Plan for this feature. This would have been great for a different feature, like an actual like. We did this maybe at the start of the feature. That's cool. Favorite brand plus 10. Approach scoring. Yep, this looks right. Form mirror the existing. Yep, we're going to want it to do those little like pills that you can click. It's going to put it in between the industry domain panel and the skills panel. Flow reads natural location, role, industry specific brands. Brands list, brands with active jobs, order name. Scope already exists at honest brand. Brands without approved jobs aren't worth following for alerts. That is incorrect. Any brand the user has already favorited, but which has no active jobs, is still rendered dependent. So that's something we definitely want to change. Brand list scope already exists. So we'll just take this whole thing and say, tell Claude what to do instead. Feedback, Cloud, for you. We do want to include brands, even if they don't have active jobs. Like a product hunt is like whispers the product, like the whisper flow, today's leader. Like this is like they must have paid for this ad up here, and then just so happened that I use it directly on the stream, and it completely fumbles the bag. Speaking of fumbling the bag, yesterday, my wife and I were walking in the park. We watched a duck that was flying down to go land, completely face planted. Like went to go land as it's flying down, hits the ground, and its top half just goes straight into the dirt, and it just like accordioned up on itself. I've never seen that in my life. Never ever have I seen a duck face plant while it was landing. Truly special day. Okay, I want this. Even if they don't have active jobs at the moment, change this. Change this requirement in the plan. All right, new plan. Looks good. That looks good. That's the new code. Favorite brands. Boost matches from brands you're watching. You can also favorite brands from any brand page. Boost matches from brands you're watching. Okay, that's fine. Why does it insert new terminology? Watching versus like favoriting. Just keep it the same, idiot. Okay, so and then it has to go back and update the old recommendations, which we already have live in production. So that will update it based off of this new scoring. Yep, it's going to keep that the same. No search type ahead in the panel. Total brand count grows past 200. Swap the pill grid for a search input and a follow-up. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so that's basically addressing the concerns that we had earlier about if the brand volume got too large. No booster on non-alert services, jobs, browse, search, ordering. No booster on non-alert. I thought we would get the booster on non-alert. Job matcher score will carry the signal everywhere it's called. Wiring it into browse ranking is a separate change. All right, let's tell it to not. I mean, yeah, okay. All right, Claude. Well, I guess I kind of understand what you're saying. I think it's basically like further wiring it in, but we already have the my matches filter here. So this will filter by the jobs that you want to match on or based off of your preferences. So like strong matches, and that portion we'd want to still be affected. So we got to tell Claude that. Make sure it does not mess that up. Oh, wait, I forgot we're in the browser now. Why did they send me to the browser? All right, wiring it into the browse ranking is a separate change. Ensure that the new recommendation score is factored into the My Matches filter on the Browse Jobs page. Ensure. All right, so that's just going to make sure that it's going to use this new. Like we want to surface those new scores on this job index page. So that's what we're trying to do here. What up, Chad? Welcome in. Hey, Chad, if you haven't already, make sure you go check out. Oh, this is not going to be the right channel. Check out Creator CTO's my new YouTube channel I'm starting, where this content lives. I'm doing it on my X channel right now, but eventually I'll probably do that less and less. So make sure you go and subscribe. Creator CTO on YouTube. I'll be adding more and more videos there, some VODs, not just lives. I'll be doing some more lives as well. And if you need help with AI stuff, or you're working on AI stuff, or you're trying to build products and launch them, or you got a company that already has products and launching them and you're trying to use AI, hit me up. Let's talk. I'm interested in hearing about what you all are working on. We're all Tony Starks now. All right, still figuring it out. Oh, is this the new one? All right. Speak and he finishes. Okay. So it took that out of that last bullet out, which is basically what we wanted. All right, approve. Get back to work, Cloud. Plan teleported, return to your terminal. See, I don't get that. Why do they need to do that? Why do they need to send me back here? Favorite brand booster. So don't talk to each other. Favoriting a brand has zero effect on scores. More context. We already read all that. Inject plan into current conversation. Start a new session and start only with a plan. That's fine. Start a new session. Ultra plan approved. All hail the Empire. Close that bad boy. Go back to here. Softer. AI co-builder. Build business apps with AI that actually work. Speak for yourself. My apps work. Software your business runs on. Portals, internal tools, operating systems. Okay. Off-the-shelf software almost fits. So it's just like a personal CRM. First AI platform for building real, not prototypes. Yeah, I don't know about that though. Like Replit builds real products. Lovable builds real products. That's cool though. I like new stuff. Ovrin. Every team has a backlog full of tasks that never make it to the sprint. Ovrin puts AI front-end and back-end engineers on it. They work inside your real code base, execute scope tasks, and deliver reviewable code updates. You stay in control. Nothing ships without your approval. Okay. That kind of seems like Claude skills. And like you can use GitHub and GitHub automations probably for that too. Which I'm not hating on these products. I'm more just like talking through the defensibility of it because there's plenty of people who don't know how to make something like this on their own or have the bot make it for them. and could find value in this. But this product or this channel is about products and building actually good products for like the right products for your channel, for your business, for your brand, whatever that is. And not every product is right for every brand. It really is it's a puzzle you got to put together. An AI agent with its own computer builds your apps. Cat does is a no-code app builder. Its AI agent composed, runs in the cloud, and has its own computer. Okay, like separate from the cloud it runs on. So you can close the tab and it keeps working. Compose writes code, installs packages, runs tests, and fixes its own errors. Interesting. Okay, it's like OpenClaw, but runs in the cloud. It's cool. Close 10x more revenue than with AI agents. Okay, that sounds good. Sales was broken. We fixed it. The average team currently uses 5 to 10 tools to run outbound. Fuses the AI native platform where teams can truly outbound end to end with every product you will ever need to close deals. Get access to real-time signals, verified contact data, and other stuff too. Superpower your outbound sales team. I don't have an outbound sales team, but chat, if you have an outbound sales team, you might find this useful. Upgrade your legacy outbound stack with one native AI platform. So what they're proposing to us is that we replace. I don't use any of those tools. What are they? LinkedIn automation, email automation. Okay. That's going to be probably like a lot of the pitches for a lot of these products nowadays is like bundle the stuff from that existed before AI, those products, and bundle it into a new one for only $159 a month for the low price of $159 a month. It looks just like ChatGPT, but different. ChatGPT mixed with Notion. Okay. Let's check in on Claude. Oh, Claude needs us. Okay, so this is the plan that we were doing, right? How we doing, chat? Welcome in, welcome in. All right, we got Claude working. Thanks for hopping in, chat. I need some friends to talk to. Gets pretty lonely working alone. So thanks for joining and watching me work, you creepy voyeurs. I love you, damn it. Recall, when AI gave everyone the same brain, we give AI yours. What the hell? That is a good slogan. I have no idea what this does, but I like that subtitle. As AI levels the playing field, the advantage shifts from model access to what those models are grounded in, your knowledge. Recall brings your knowledge and AI together, saves what matters, and capture your thoughts, and build an AI that knows what you know. Okay. So it's like a knowledge base, AI augmented knowledge base. Okay. Lots of people have been talking about knowledge bases and LLM powered knowledge bases over the last few weeks in the tech world. You could do it for free if you wanted with Claude. I'm just going to become a Claude hype man, I guess. They don't pay me nothing, but I'm just a Claude. I pay them, in fact. It's the worst kind of brand deal you could get is what I've gotten right now. Caveman, why use so many token when few do trick? Yes, I saw this on Twitter a couple days ago on X. I love this concept. Reference to Kevin from The Office. Caveman cuts 75% of Claude's output tokens without losing technical accuracy. One line install from Claude Code. Oh my God, 4 grunt levels, terse commits. I like that. One line PR reviews. I love that. It's way too verbose, and you're paying for all this. I'm paying for bit of these words, every single token. Why do I need all these words? It takes me longer to read it. Makes me slower overall. I kind of love that. I might have to try this one. This has got to go on the list. Open source, so you don't got to pay nothing. Why use so many tokens when few do trick? That's brilliant. Few tokens do trick. God, marketing genius right here. Oh my God, the marketing plan is built into the product. That's amazing. Open agents, open source reference app for building and running background coding agents. What this is called is a harness, which has also been getting a lot of hype in the tech world. Harness is a technical term, it's a computer science term for basically it's a thing that runs multiple agents. Its main purpose is to run multiple types of things. And Claude Code is technically has a harness that they use that lets you just talk to it and have it go and implement all these different tools or agents or skills or whatever you got. Dang, that lag is still there. I'm sorry, chat. Fix that. All right, Claude's almost done. Chat, if you're looking for jobs in the sports world, fantasy sports, sports media, sports leagues, prediction markets, DFS, EFS, GFS, I don't know, FFS, anything in sports. You love sports, come check out this job board, fyfjobs.com. That's what we're working on right now. That's the exact thing we're working on right now. I know, it's kind of crazy. This is the job alerts email. It's another thing I want to, let's get at this and be like, fix it. But like, it could definitely make this a little nicer to look at. Why do we need all this up here? This is absurd. Probably not do that today, but we'll have to fix that one. And yeah, if you want these job alerts that we're working on, you want to get these in your inbox, just go to the site and it's super easy to sign up. There'll be a banner at the top that lets you sign up. You don't have to do anything except for set your preferences. Just like this. Boop, boop. This is it. All right, this just seems like it. This makes it seem like a lot because it's a lot of orange. I got to fix that, but this is it. A lot easier. We're going to add a brand thing in here, but these are just nice to have. You don't need all these. Just come in here and set this. I already got 4. I had to change it to, because I didn't want one every day. I didn't want one every hour. Some people might. Not me. All right, it's running the test suite. Okay, last thing to do is to test this out on our own. So we will open up the development server. Whenever you're making products, especially websites, you do all your work on your machine. It's like a local machine, and then when you push that code, this code changes up to a service like GitHub. You build in a step that will deploy that to the server that runs your actual site. And so this is not production that you're looking at here. This is just my local machine. But it's a way that we test and iterate and stuff before we put it out into the world and get all the bugs on it. So what we want to do is we want to check let's check my favorite brand. So I don't actually have any favorite in my local development, which is why I want to check it. Let's go ahead and come in here. We'll heart some of these. Prize Picks. Fanatics. All right. NBA. On office. Nah. Snapback. Okay. So now that we got a few, we can come here. We'll go to the job preferences. And what we expect to see when we come down here is that there's going to be another panel here that says favorite brands, and it's going to be filled with all those brands that we just hearted, and that will let us select them. Yeah. Okay. All right. And this is what we got. I wanted to reveal it that way so you guys could see. This is how we do it. You know, set what you think it's going to be, and then you see what it actually is. And then you're like, okay, well, that's not quite. So this is from brands you're watching. You can also favorite brands from any brand page. This includes all the brands. So we got to give this back to Claude. Claude, I like your blue color you've chosen today, but you got some work to do, my friend. Nope. It's got to be a better way to do screenshots. There's also a Chrome Club plugin that lets you send Claude to Chrome to see the site for himself. But I have had mixed results with getting that to work well and repeatedly. So I'll dig into that in between streams. All right, what we want to do is right now, all of the brands are being included in the job preferences form. We only want to see the favorite job brands, not jobs, favorite brands. Fix it for me, Cloud. Back to product hunt. GitHub stacked PRs. GitHub is a website where you can host your code. It's probably the most popular. It is the most popular. It's owned by Microsoft. We were just talking about it. Now it supports stacked PRs natively. Instead of pushing one giant PR, you can split a change into smaller dependent layers that are easier to review and merge. GitHub adds stack maps in the PR UI, applies rules and CI against the final target branch, supports bottom-up merging. Okay, that's kind of cool. It's not that much different than if you were just doing it manually before. So you can, that is cool though, because a PR is a pull request, and that's basically a request to change the code. It's how we organize features whenever you're doing development on a team, on an engineering team. You'll put up a pull request. One of your engineering teammates will go review that pull request, try to find bugs, look at the code changes that you're making, and poke holes in your stuff. It's a mean and bully-filled tradition that we love and cherish. But now we don't do it anymore. Now the bots love and cherish it, and we just let them do it. And we just sit on our hands and talk to the bots. This is the new world. They say it's better, and we say maybe. We say we'll see. Let's see what Claude said. All right, so it claims it has changed this. Favorite brands, okay, so, and it auto clicks them, which is fine. Wow, okay. Tap to unfollow or favorite more brands from any brand page. Is that unfollowing it when I click it? Let's see. I'm going to put this over here. I'm trying to see if it. Oh wait, this is production. So no, this is local. So if it was changing it, I should theoretically, if it was unfollowing it, then I should see that come across this panel right here, which is running the server and should tell me whether like any request is coming through basically on the server, changing anything in the database. It's not. So let's see if it does save it on us saving it. Oh, I saw an error. I saw something. I saw red. No, it was just a delete. Oh, it did delete it. Favorite brand delete all. Okay, so this is a discrepancy. This is if we just were rubber stamping all of Claude stuff, we would just ship this and would have realized later when somebody complained or when we realized that this isn't doing what we thought. The primary difference is that when you're unclicking it here, which like I don't want it to be included in my recommendations, maybe, then I don't want it to unfavorite the brand. I just don't want that to be fact. Like I'm editing the job preferences form here. I'm not editing the saved brands, and that's the big distinction. Okay, there, that was terrible. I don't know what that was. There's a discrepancy. There's a problem, Claude. How do I want to say this? Modify the form so that it doesn't unfollow the brand. Gosh, didn't get that first word. Modify the job preferences form so that it doesn't unfollow the brand. Instead, it should only not. Oh God, this is going to come out so weird. It should only not. Doesn't unfollow the brand. Instead, it should only not include it as a soft booster in the recommendation score. Leave favorite brand editing to the heart button in the UI. That was a little bit roundabout, but it's okay. Claude's smart enough to figure it out. Smart enough to take my job, smart enough to figure it out. That's the rule. Thinking with high effort. I'm going to start specifying the level of effort that I'm thinking with in conversations. See if people enjoy that. Hey, JL, we want to hang out later? Thinking with low effort. No. I'm good. And it's probably we probably could have fixed some of the stuff with doing some of this work in the prompt ahead of time. So I just want to call this out because this is it's worth pointing out. There's different ways you can work with this tool. Right? The tool doesn't care about your workflow. I'm doing this on live stream, and so I'm doing it live off the rip as we go, and that's intentional. It's to show you all how I'm thinking about it as I would be going through it. But if I was not on live stream, or if this feature was bigger, I would likely be spending more time refining the initial prompt that I give the bot, because the output is so attached to the input. I cannot stress that enough. This AI stuff is math. It's simply math. We've taken a bunch of information and we've converted it into math, into a database, into a way that we can search for it and find things that are similar in pattern. That is what this AI big jump, magic leap was. It's math you're talking to, and you can really all that math is based off of pattern matching your input to the expected output piece of it. So I cannot stress enough how much prompts and prompt quality and prompt clarity impact the output of what you get. That on top of the model. So Joey brought up ChatGPT earlier, and that I mentioned how the free version, the free tier of ChatGPT is not that good. So if you're not paying for some of these high-end models, high-end tools, you might not be getting the same quality output that some of the others are who are paying for this stuff. But the increase in capability has made a significant jump within the last 4 to 6 months. If you haven't used Claude Code, they're not a sponsor. Clearly, I'm paying them. They're whatever the opposite of a sponsor is. Then, but I would highly recommend you check it out. It's a cool tool. There's a bunch of other ones. OpenAI's Perplexity has like their own kind of ecosystem where you can use a bunch of different models, and I wouldn't get locked into any one specific one. I use Claude a lot in these live streams, mainly because that's what I found to be the most effective in working on this site right now. But I also use Codex. I use Codex a lot for finding bugs and finding doing like code reviews and stuff where Claude starts to get confused. So it's really highly recommend trying new things out, messing with different tools and seeing which one matches best or gets you the best output. I hate this context anxiety stuff, man. Just why can't it figure it out? That's got to be coming soon. Chat, chat, chat. This is local. This is production. Well, I'm seeing tons of AI jobs coming through too on the job board, the sports job board. Senior Director AI Platform and Ops. FanDuel if you want a job at FanDuel, I feel like every single one of their jobs is offered in both Atlanta and New York. There's always two. Yeah, I just want to get above 500 jobs. I've been right underneath it. Okay, it's a good spot to pause, run, migrate, and development. Okay, we ran our migrate. Come back here. We'll go back to development. Hey. Hey, Claude, check your work, buddy. There's an error, pal. Thinking with low effort. Pooping with low effort. It's an AI commercial on right now. Adobe Acrobat AI. Oh, maybe we'll roast that product soon. Hey, Chad, I know you're a quiet type, but if you can, do me a favor. Send me a DM if you've been watching these at all, or you're watching it now, enjoying it. If there's something you enjoy about it or don't enjoy, do me a favor and send me a DM of what aspects of this you like, either want more of, or what aspects of this you want to do less of. This is very much experimentation for me at this point, figuring out the right formats I want to do and lean into, solidify around this channel, whether live stream or VODs and stuff. So your input now could change things later. Who knows? If you're just here to lurk, that's fine too. Enjoy. But if you like this and you intend to follow me for a while, or you're getting any value out of it, I would love to know what that value is. I would truly love it. All right, so it should be gone. What are you telling me to do? Don't tell me to do stuff, Claude. I tell you to do stuff. Don't get it twisted. Remember who's boss here. It's you. You boss. Okay, so 3 brands. This is did I feel like because I unfollowed it because of that bug. We unfollowed. So let's just make sure we got 3 in here. 3 brands are favorited. Let's get NFL. Bada boom, we'll put NBA. Come back to job preferences. Oh, not updated. Oh, it was. Okay. I feel like I maybe clicked some of those. Let's see. Prize picks. Oh, wait. Nope. Job preferences. Yeah, they're all selected again. So if we go to take NBA off, let's save. It's better not be doing it. Okay, I guess it's saved. And it still included the NBA in there. That's cool. This is way too much text. Just like entirely too much text. The orange is killing me. I want to fix it, but I don't want to fix it. Colombia. My God. Okay. Whatever. Whatever, man. Colombia's fine. Colombia. Or did it get rid of NBA? No. NBA is still there. And Snapback's still there. Cool. Let's go back to job preferences. And it didn't auto select it, but it does auto select it when you do favorite it, which is kind of annoying. Let's, you know what? It's going to complain at me about the context. We're modifying the job preferences form, specifically the favorite brands panel. When a new brand is favorited, it shouldn't automatically be selected in the job preference field. Is favorited anywhere on the site. It shouldn't automatically be selected in the job preference field. That should require the user's direct input. So this is going to take some of the magic out of that, so that it's like what you really don't want when you're designing a product for the users is that things are happening behind the scenes that they're not aware of. That is a quick path to leading your users to be confused and frustrated using your product. So if something is happening, we want to be as transparent about that. Give them the right information to understand what's going on. Ooh. Hey-Gen CLI. Your agent can now generate video, translate content, create avatars, and deliver straight from the terminal. Every command returns structured JSON, works out of the box, and scripts, CI pipelines, and agent workflows. I'm interested in these video generation tools as a content creator myself. And I've played with a few of them, but I feel like I've only really dipped my toes in. I'm excited to use something like this. Try it out. I'm gonna upload it. All right, chat. So when a user clicks the heart on a brand page, the new favorite brand row has a boost in scoring true, which silently opts that brand into a 10-point scoring boost used in job match score. Okay, I guess that's fine. Now that I think about it, I mean, it's not the worst thing to happen, especially if we work that into the jobs index page. Like it just boosts the score a little bit. Just is a no op when, yeah, okay. So honestly, I think that's actually fine. We'll actually just leave that as it is. All right, chat, it's going to wrap it up for the stream today. Thank you for joining in. If you haven't already, check out the new YouTube channel, Creator CTO. And like I said, if you enjoyed this or you didn't enjoy it, please let me know. I would really, really love the feedback. It would mean a great deal to me. So, and let me know what you're working on, what you're building. Let me know how you're becoming your own Tony Starks, you know, whoever you want to be. All right, chat. We'll see you again probably tomorrow. Goodbye. And in stream.